welcome in, guys, for late night Q&A. Wow, it is late night. Apparently, I don't even know how to pronounce Q&A. Welcome back. Question and answer. It's JE Live. We did it last night. We've done it now twice. We've done other live streams in the past, and really, this is a kind of an interesting, in a sense, an interesting way to kind of engage with people since I'm not really streaming like my games right now. I would normally game late night with Jake. Yeah, normally. But, I'm glad we're doing this. I'm glad we did it last night. Thought it went over pretty well. Yeah, let's see. Why does it think, I don't know why it doesn't, it's not monitoring my voice super loud. I wonder if I turned down the volume by accident. Okay. All right. Yep, still doesn't feel that, wow. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see. Interesting. Yeah, welcome in, guys. I saw first question is Just Angel. Be sure to send this, every one of you. Be sure to like, thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And actually, you have to subscribe if you want to be a part of the Q&A because I made it so you have to subscribe in order to comment. So be sure to subscribe. Hit the like button, which is the thumbs up. And let's have some fun. Tell somebody if you will. If you're interested, we also have a Discord channel. I don't think I have sent this link in there, which, I do want to do. So, with that said, we'll throw the link. Perfect. All right. Welcome in, everyone. Just Angel here first. I'll go ahead and start the stream with let's see here. With the first question, who has the better career when it's all said and done between all the rookie quarterbacks this year? This is a great question. This, my friend, is a great question. I'm going to have a Baja Blast real quick. Or sip of it, whatever. All right, you ready? Ready for this? I think Fields is going to have a really good year, a really good career. I think the best thing they could have done is get rid of Matt Nagy. I think Trevor Lawrence will probably have his moments. I think, Zach Wilson will have his moments. It's going to be Trey Lance. Trey Lance is going to be that guy. He's gonna. Because I said so. No. Trey Lance is one of the best prospects I've ever scouted. I think he is somehow underrated despite being picked third overall, despite the 49ers trading up to get him. He is very, very good. And for the long haul, he has everything you'd want in a quarterback. Mobility, he's filled out, kind of built a little bit somewhat like Cam Newton. When he's out, when he's running, he is so hard to bring down. And furthermore, he can throw the deep ball. The thing about, at the end of the day, the thing about Trey Lance is that Trey Lance, first off, he is in an offense that's going to have Deebo Samuel for the long haul, George Kittle, Eli Mitchell. If Trey Sermon ends up amounting to what I believe he can be, he'd be a really nice piece. I just feel like Trey Lance is the best, rookie quarterback. I think at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I had to put money on him. Money on any of them, it's going to be Trey Lance. Now, who is second? It's going to be Fields for me. I'll say this right now. I think Trevor Lawrence got overrated. I think Trevor Lawrence got this little aura put over him like he is the can't-miss prospect. Trevor Lawrence isn't Peyton Manning. I don't know where it came from where, people had him in that tier. I mean, I'll be real with you guys. To be honest, I was not really high on Trevor Lawrence. I wasn't really high on Zach Wilson, and I think that this class got a little overrated. Now, was I wrong about Trey Lance coming in, immediately starting over Jimmy Garoppolo and leading them to the playoffs? Yes. I had them going 12-5. I had Trey Lance starting. I felt Trey Lance was the better option. Turns out probably Garoppolo is the better option, right? But with that said, I would say Trey Lance, to answer your question, Just Angel, and I know you're a 49ers fan, so it works out for you. Also, what's good, Hilltop, I just saw that, so my apologies. I know it works out for you, but I'm going to say it. Trey Lance. Not because you want to hear it. Not saying that I want to tell you something you don't want to hear and torment you. But I am saying I'm going to go with my guns here, stick to my guns. I've said Trey Lance all along. I have a video on him where we broke down his game a little bit on this channel. I've never had more fun watching a prospect at quarterback. So Trey Lance is going to be that answer. Moving on, Mac Jones for sure. Trey Lance and Fields won't finish their rookie contracts, IMO says Hilltop. So Mac Jones for sure. Trey Lance and Fields won't finish their rookie contracts. I think Trey Lance is going to be incredible, but that's just that. I think Justin Fields is going to be really good in this league. And I think Mac Jones is probably going to end up as the third quarterback, if not the fourth quarterback. But there is a guy that I want to bring up a little bit that isn't talked about, is never put in this hypothetical. And it's the quarterback for the Houston Texans, Davis Mills. There's a chance Davis Mills gets an opportunity. And whether you realize it or not, sitting at home or even me, our mind right now goes right to Case Keenum. Our mind right now goes to Nick Foles. Maybe not the Super Bowl winning quarterback Nick Foles, but Nick Foles. Andy Dalton. You don't have to say it. I know everyone's thinking it. No matter how well Davis Mills plays, no matter how well he plays, everyone is assuming that he's going to be that career backup. The guy that, hey, he plays well when he's in, but he can't, he's not going to be a starter. Yep, that's going to be him. So that is my take on Davis Mills, is that I feel like, he's an intriguing one with the Texans. But I'm telling you right now, he's going to be a career backup. He is not going to get his chance. This league is brutal to people like him, to players like him that go out there and they ball out under horrible circumstances. I mean, we've already seen it, guys. Gardner Minshew is backing up in Philly. I'm going to say it right now. I like Jalen Hurts coming out. Gardner Minshew, if they played him in that game, they might have had a chance to knock off Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. They had every opportunity to win that game. Minshew's a good quarterback. His statistical output, I already did a video on him. I mean, he's off to a great start for his career, but he just doesn't really get much of an opportunity. He shouldn't be a backup. He should be a low-end starter, maybe even a middle-tier starter. I mean, I'm not sure how much better Ryan Tannehill is than Gardner Minshew. If Minshew is throwing to guys like A.J. Brown and Julio Jones and has Derrick Henry as his running back, are we sure Minshew isn't also in this position? I mean, for real. I don't think Tannehill played all that well this year, and I have sided with Tannehill. Tannehill is an example of how you can salvage young quarterbacks. He's an example of how you can salvage them. But, with a guy like Minshew, 6th-round pick, he's an example how basically with the NFL is that the young quarterback ecosystem is damaged. And, for a 6th rounder, it doesn't matter the value. Teams are always trying to get a better player over you. So they're never going to be satisfied. That's not me saying they shouldn't have picked Lawrence. It's not me saying they shouldn't have picked a quarterback, but it is me saying that they got some great value. They lucked out with, Gardner Minshew, and they were really that quick to get rid of him. So that is what happened. So that's a little bit of, kind of a longer thing, but I do think Mills is going to end up being that guy that doesn't get all those opportunities. He's the guy that comes through in the clutch. He's the guy that, balls out, and, he'll get some arguments against him, whether, it's stat padding or garbage time. But that's the same thing with Minshew. That was the same thing. The year Bortles had a really good year. People are like, oh, he had a horrible year. He just stat padded. Whatever. I'm not saying, Blake Bortles is the best ever either, but there is, there's something to be said out there that Gardner Minshew could probably start right now. And I would say Davis Mills is probably heading towards that kind of Gardner Minshew path where you're going to look at a career backup, a guy that is good enough to start but won't get an opportunity. It's just that. That's the way it is. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Davis Mills gets an opportunity with Houston to really be the guy, but they were really bad, and he played well, but they were really bad, and they just fired their head coach. So I don't see it. I think they'll move on from him, pretty quickly, and that'll be that. So, I mean, he'll be a backup. I don't think they're going to trade him or get rid of him or anything. So, all right. On that end, did the time change? Oh yeah. I set it to 7 or not 7:15. You're throwing me off with the time zones and stuff. So it's 11:30 now. And I set it to 7. Or I keep saying 7:15. I set it to 11:15, and it said 11. So I was never going live at 11. I don't know why it said that, but it did. Hope it didn't get canceled. Love the Q&As. Well, we're here, so it did not get canceled. So I know you already got your question answered, but I'm happy to answer it again. Okay, finally on time. Yeah, I gotta get better at that. That's that's my fault. I take responsibility. I mean, I don't know who else would take responsibility for something that's my fault, but I do. And I got to get used to like laying back more or leaning back because my back is going to be in so much pain. It's ridiculous. Anyway, all right. Woo, go Rams. Yes, go Rams. Second question, does the game on Saturday night determine whether or not Rodgers stays or leaves? No, because I think if the Packers win the Super Bowl, I still think Rodgers leaves. So, I don't think it changes anything. Late night with Jake. I like that. Was anyone else able to go to the Rams newsstand? I got my newspaper, shirt, and prize. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. That's pretty cool. Hilltop, if the Vikings decide they want Raheem after tomorrow, will that mean he can't finish the postseason with us? No. So, if that's the case, then Raheem Morris, he gets hired, right? Which I don't know. I think you can hire him. But he can't take the job. Like, he can't go over to the Vikings until after the season. So he would finish the Super Bowl or the NFC championship game. He'd finish that with the Rams if they hired him after, this week. 4-0 in playoff challenge. Nice. What's up, Bobby? RV Hopper, how we doing? Jake, do you see any similarities to this season Rams compared to Kurt Warner's Super Bowl led Rams? Good question. I see some similarities, but they're different teams, I can't say they're exactly the same. I mean, they are playing Tampa, I get that, but I wouldn't say they're the exact same in that regard. I will say this. Matthew Stafford, you know who he reminds me of? I mean, obviously, everyone can say Brett Favre, right? Everyone wants to say Brett Favre, and if I say that, it doesn't sound as genius. Everyone's saying it. But he really does remind me of Kurt Warner. Now, I'm not talking about background. I'm not talking about how he got to where he got. But he does remind me of Kurt Warner. This kind of weird sidearm, unorthodox delivery. Just the way he plays the game. I think he's very similar to Kurt Warner. Gunslinger. Kurt Warner threw a bunch of interceptions too, that's that. Oh no, just something I see there. I'm not saying, like I said, they're completely different. The way they got in the league is completely different. One is a first overall pick in the draft in 2009, and the other one, they're making movies about as being like the most, the ultimate underdog. But anyway, Chase, I don't know if you were talking about Jamar Chase. We were talking about quarterbacks. Obviously, Jamar Chase is going to be a star for a long time. I think he and, Jalen Waddle for sure. Where does Jimmy G end up next year? Good question. I don't think he'll be with the Niners. So, I mean, that begs the question, where would he end up? I could see the Saints, except I think that Jameis Winston's a better quarterback. The Browns, maybe. I mean, let's call it like it is. If the Browns had a quarterback that didn't turn the ball over as much as Baker Mayfield does, they would win those games. Jimmy G doesn't turn over the ball as much as everyone else thinks. Like, he is kind of put in this bubble where, he has a lot of weapons that help him out. Like I said, with guys like Brandon Ayuk and, Deebo Samuel, guys that break tackles, guys that help him out. He does have those guys. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. It's something for me anyway. It's something for me to say, you know what? If Jimmy Garoppolo had that defense, All they would really have to do is focus on the wide receivers, get him some better, yards after the catch type of guys. But, I mean, you have Nick Chubb, you have Kareem Hunt, you have a top offensive line. If Garoppolo went to the Browns, I'm not saying Garoppolo's great. I'm really not. But he'd be better than Baker Mayfield because he's not going to make those stupid mistakes over and over again. He'll make one or two, but he really doesn't want to throw the ball deep down the field. He's kind of been, taught not to. He's been taught to really take what the defense gives him. So I think he'd make the most sense for the Browns. And if the Vikings trade away, Kirk Cousins, I could see it, but not really because, you talk about really limiting what Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson can do. I could see him with the Panthers. If they decide to do that, I could see him with the Panthers, but I don't know. I mean, really what it comes down to is he's a game manager, so if you're looking for a franchise quarterback, a guy that is going to be able to throw down the field, he is not your guy. So it's a limited crop of teams that would be interested in him. He can win, obviously, we know that, but like I said, he's not going to be a guy that wins the game for you. The way you're going to win is win in spite of him and let him, manage games. He's not as good as I expected him to be, coming out of college. I loved him coming out of college because I thought he was going to be a guy that can make all the throws, and he just simply can't. So you have to realize he does have his limitations, and you have to build a team that is, tailored to fit his needs. And so I think his needs are guys like Ayuk and Debo, of course, guys that can win after the catch. And if you don't have those guys, you're going to have a hard time winning with Jimmy Garoppolo. That's why the Niners, they're built so well. It's why they have an archetype, a certain type that they go after at wide receiver. But good question, Just Angel. We are going to kill Brady and the Bucs. I hope so. I can't say they're going to kill Tom Brady just because Tom Brady, doesn't matter how many times he gets sacked or how he gets sacked, he never gets absolutely decked. I've seen Stafford, after throwing a football and getting it out of his hands, I've seen Stafford get more banged up than Tom Brady. Brady goes down. Brady takes the hit, but he takes it it's not anywhere near as hard as Stafford. Brady knows how to go down. He's been doing this for years. He doesn't take unnecessary hits, so it's not, you're really not going to kill him. So let's look at this. I don't know. I guess my comment section just froze. That is a drag. Okay. Well, let's see. Comment section froze. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. Does Russ start for another team next season? I believe so. He'll be out of Seattle. Maybe Denver, maybe Carolina, maybe Pittsburgh. There's some teams that definitely will be there. I know the Saints could be an option. I think Russell Wilson is kind of similar to Drew Brees, kind of smaller in stature, can make all the throws, especially deep throws, great, pocket presence, but he has that mobility. Brees had mobility, but Brees couldn't take off and run the way Russell Wilson does. So, that's what I'll say about that. Is that, basically, I think that he could, I think he could be with the Saints next year. That's what I could say. Who is David Mills? He is the Texans starting quarterback at the moment, Davis Mills, formerly of Stanford. I believe they got him in the 3rd or 4th round. Liked him a lot in the draft. He was a top 5 quarterback on my board. Unpopular opinion, I believe Clay Matthews was solid in 2019. What did you think? Good question. I thought he was solid. I thought he was better than, trying to experiment with Connor Barwin. Barwin just struggled to set the edge, he was a little bit past his prime, but, I definitely liked Clay Matthews. Would have been nice to see him come back, but that wasn't the case. 2019 was very interesting to see them kind of go out and try to get a Clay Matthews and an Eric Weddle and, kind of prioritize the veteran presence more than ever. And see, that was the only year that they didn't go to the playoffs. So kind of interesting stuff there. Interesting. So what's the chances we bring Whitworth in as an O-line coach after he retires? No idea, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think Andrew Whitworth is gonna coach. I know he could, but I don't think he will. This is a family man. I expect him to retire and be with his family. If he does decide to hang it up, and I'm not entirely guaranteeing that he will, then he's going to hang out with his family. He's going to hang out with his wife and his kids. That's what he's going to do. He seems like a family guy, so I don't feel like he would want to stick around, but maybe he does. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. When's the Jared Cook video? Never. I don't. Do you actually like Jared Cook that much? I think I've asked you this, Luke, but I really don't know. Anyway, I thought he was solid too. He couldn't cover a fullback. Do you think Matthew Stafford will be replaced in the future for the Rams, or is he their future quarterback for the long-term plan? Stafford's the guy, I think. When he calls it quits, I think he'll give them plenty of opportunity to replace him, in advance, but I don't think Stafford is going to be calling it quits tomorrow. This is somebody, to me, I think this is somebody, at least in my opinion, Matthew Stafford could play another 5 years, maybe 10, and he's talked about it. He said, look, I if I play another 10, he's not on. He doesn't strike me as somebody that is in such a hurry to retire. And honestly, the way Kelly is, his wife, it doesn't seem like Kelly is chomping at the bit for him to retire either. It seems like she's a player wife that really just pushes for the player to play, and she seems to really support him. So I'm not gonna lie. I don't expect him to retire anytime soon, and I've been wrong before, but I feel very confident that Stafford will still be playing in the NFL in 4 years. At least 4. Feel very confident. He's probably going to sign a 3-year deal after next season, or going into next season, it'll be a 4-year deal, and I think that'll be that. And then if he, plays longer, that's great. 37, 38 years old. Right now, Aaron Rodgers, 38, so it would be around Aaron Rodgers. No one looks at Rodgers and is like, he's too old, he should retire. I kind of feel that way about Stafford, except the fact I think with Stafford, you might start to see him decline quicker because of how many beatings he's taken. Yeah, everything that he's done through pain. And that's not to say every quarterback has been through pain, but I'm not surprised that Tom Brady doesn't look his age. Tom Brady has stayed healthy for as long as he has because Tom Brady just simply doesn't take unnecessary hits. Stafford gets hit harder than Tom Brady every game. Every game. Whether he's released the ball or not. That's the way he plays the position. Tom Brady will go down at the first sign of contact. So, that I think that will catch up to him, but I think he's good to be the Rams starting quarterback for the next 4 or 5 years. And I feel confident saying that. Good question, by the way. Okay, he was pretty good in run defense and pressuring the quarterback before his injury that season. Are you talking about Clay Matthews? I kind of agreed with that. Do you think the Colts bring Gardner in for quarterback competition? I think they could, but, to be honest with you, I see the Colts as a team that probably felt they should have been in the playoffs and have gone, for a run. At one point, they could have won the Super Bowl, and I wouldn't have been surprised. So I look at the Colts as a team that could be a candidate. They're either going to keep Carson Wentz, or they're going to look at this like we need a new quarterback, and they'll go balls to the wall and maybe get Rodgers and Adams. I know it sounds crazy. They're going to get Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams. It's not as crazy as you think. It really isn't. So, I could definitely see that. And, with the Colts, and I'll pull up their, Spotrac cap status, but, with the Colts, I really trust Chris Ballard to get the job done. Right now, the Colts have about $3 million in cap space remaining. Going into 2022, they know they need a receiver. I think that's pretty well known. Michael Pittman Jr. is really good. But Paris Campbell, they put some, effort into getting. And, he hasn't really been all that great for them. So, looking at it right now, the Colts going into 2022 have $42 million in cap. They could release Carson Wentz, saving him $13 million, but also incurring a $15 million penalty. They could restructure him, saving $13 million. They could trade him. They could also restructure DeForest Buckner, saving him about $6 million in cap. They could restructure Braden Smith, saving him about 3.4. They could restructure Darius Leonard, saving about 4.7. Grover Stewart, saving about $3 million, and restructure Ryan Kelly. And what that does is, and actually, Kenny Moore, they can get to $64 million in cap space, which would be enough to get Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. I think those two are going to want to be a pair, though. I really get the feeling that those two want out, and it could probably be it could be a sign and trade, but I would not be surprised if those two end up in Indianapolis. I really like Chris Ballard. I don't think he's just going to stay there and be complacent, and so that's what I'll say about that. Okay, so let's see here. I'll get out of SpoTrack before it lags my computer. I don't know why. That site always lags my stream, so I can't be in there too long. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So we got here. Good question, by the way, on that. Isn't that when we had Corey Littleton? He played 3 times. Clay. A late date with Jake. I tried to find something that rhymes, so don't judge me. I'm judging you, geezer. I am judging you. No, I'm kidding. Scott, how we doing? Did they change the rules for interviews? I swear last season they couldn't interview coaches until after the team's season was over. Yeah, they could. So initially, you could interview coaches before the Super Bowl. So you could interview coaches the week before the Super Bowl, but that was it. Now they did change it. So you can interview coaches now during this. They didn't, I don't think it was last year. I think last year's when they changed it. That's why, Brandon Staley was able to interview for his job before the Rams and Packers divisional round game. Yeah, that's what I think it was. So they changed it last year. I think the rules went into effect last year. If anyone knows it, if I'm wrong or not, drop that below. But that's what I think. Anyway, I really like how Raheem Morris adapted to 3-4 defense. Yeah, he's done a great job. The weird thing is they're watching them, they're a zone defense, but they play like man. So it's all about matchups. So it's like they're zone, and then they get their matchup and they play man. I don't know. They kind of do all sorts of wacky things on the back end of their defense. And I think really when you look at going up against Tom Brady and the Bucs, what you're going to want is for the Rams to be able to keep everything in front of them. If Tom Brady's dinking and dunking, make your tackles. That's the first thing. The second thing is you're going to want to generate enough pressure where you're kind of hiding your secondary. You're not leaving them up to getting, power punched in the face. That's the thing. You don't want a giant haymaker or anything like that. So, that's what I'll say about that. But let's see here. I really like how Raheem Morris. Okay, I saw that. I might be remembering wrong. No Way Home got leaked in HD. Can't wait for that to come out. Let's see. Matt Stafford does have the underdog similarity. I do kind of see that. Last time 4th seed won Super Bowl, I think it was 2012 Baltimore Ravens. I believe you're right. Which also, fun fact, the Baltimore Ravens and I believe this is correct, the Baltimore Ravens and the Niners were both road teams. And they both made it to the Super Bowl. So it was 2 road teams in the championship game. The championship game, just because you're at home doesn't necessarily mean you win. You win most of the time, but you don't win all the time. Anyway, let's see. The past doesn't predict the future. That's true. Suppose the Rams make it to the Super Bowl. Who would you preferably want your team to play, and who wouldn't you want your team to play? Great question, Just Angel. Me, I think the Rams will beat anybody that they come across. It's really not who they play. It's about how they play. To me, the Rams, when they put together a good, full, complete game of mistake-free football, no one beats them. It's that simple. I have not seen the Rams lose against a team when they haven't committed a turnover and played mistake-free football and played in all three phases. So as long as they do that, they'll beat anybody. But I guess if I had to pick anybody for them not to play, man. Part of me wants to say the Bengals, but only because I don't want the Bengals to. I don't want to have to root against the Bengals. Yeah, I don't know. Bengals, I kind of like them. Not the Chiefs don't scare me. Bills, they don't scare me. Derrick Henry, kind of, I don't know. There's not really anybody. I guess for the excitement, I think that they're going to play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl anyway. I have Rams Chiefs, but I guess I'd like to get revenge on the Rams and Bills. But I don't know if there's anybody I don't want to play. Regardless of who wins the NFC, I think they win the Super Bowl. I've gone on record saying that. So maybe not the Niners, but I feel like the big three, they would win the Super Bowl if they won the NFC title game. Okay, moving on. What's the chances of Russell Wilson going to the Steelers with Harris, Juju, and Johnson? Well, great question. They still need to pay Juju. So he is a free agent. I could see him going to the Chiefs. He did an interview with them. Yeah, he met with them during the offseason. I had to decide the Chiefs or the Steelers. He stayed with the Steelers. So I could see him going back there and taking over in Kansas City. Russell Wilson going to the Steelers, I think there's some logic there. That offensive line, they're going to try to get that offensive line to be better. The defense is good. They have consistent weapons. They have a better running back than the Seahawks have. And they have a more winning culture right now. So it seems like the Seahawks are about to be on the decline, whereas the Steelers, I feel like they're a quarterback away, from being scary. And obviously you want to improve that offense. So Russell Wilson could go there. Kevin Colbert is, he's going to retire. So, I kind of look at it like this. If he retires, then you can't assume that just because the Steelers never made this move before, that they won't make it now. Tendencies change. The Rams once had the 4-pillar system where they wouldn't grab anybody that had any sort of issues in college. And they went from that to, grabbing guys that did have issues off the field, including a Janoris Jenkins. And it worked out well for them. So teams change their tendencies when they change guys in the front office. That's not to say that Kevin Colbert didn't do a good job, because he did. But I feel like the next guy will probably have, maybe be more aggressive and may want to go out and get that quarterback. They're going to be on the line. So I'm not buying into Mason Rudolph being the starter. I can tell you that much. But, I've been wrong before. RV Hopper, thank you so much for donating. Hi, Jake. What Youngblood was your father's neighbor? It was Jim Youngblood. That's a good question. It was Jim Youngblood. Would love to get him on sometime, and I'd love to have my dad on as well when that happens. But, yeah, it was Jim Youngblood. Rams fan 224, how was the pizza? I feel like Travin Howard is going to have a huge game. Thank you for asking. The pizza was great. I got it from Harvest Grain. Highly recommended if you're in the upstate New York area. And I think Travin Howard is going to be the unsung hero on Sunday. So remember I said that. Travin Howard is going to be able to come to the office, and he is going to do his job. He's going to stop Gronkowski. He's going to cover him. He's going to cover Gio. He's going to cover Leonard Fournette. He's going to do a damn good job in doing so. So I'm very high on him, and I think this is his moment to shine. Let's see. What are your thoughts on the officiating crew selected for the game? Twitter is scaring me. It is what it is. Sean Hockley is just not very good. Clearly, when you're throwing 4 to 5 more flags than the lowest in the league, and your top 3 in holding calls being called, then you're clearly not doing your job correctly. You clearly have some sort of bias, whether you want to be a part of the game or some sort of ego trip or whatever. Maybe you just want your TV time. But yeah, Sean Hockley is just not very good. And I do have an issue with that. But the Rams will win. I'm not worried about that. I think that they'll win. They'll play their game. I really do feel like that 49ers, that 49ers loss really will come up. So I think they win this game. But the Sean Hockley thing is annoying. I'm not going to lie. 10-1, Tom Brady is with Sean Hockley as the referee. But I will never, ever, ever go by officiating ranking, or never go by officiating win-loss record. And do you know why? Do you know what the thing was that finally clicked for me? It was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm not doing it. The Rams were like 8-0 or 9-0 when that one dude called the NFL the Super Bowl, the year the Rams lost to the Patriots. Remember that came out? They're like, the Rams are 8-0 when this guy is the official for the Rams games. All time. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, all these, Patriots fans are like, oh, it's going to be biased towards the Rams. I mean, I don't know about you, but the phantom hold on John Sullivan that took away the Todd Gurley run. I don't know if that was biased for the Rams. I can tell you that. So, yeah, I'm done with that win-loss record. Oh, yeah, I'm done with the win-loss record. Tom Brady is 5-6 against teams that have beat him in the regular season in the postseason. Like, whatever. He's also undefeated, or he's only lost one game while wearing white pants. Or white, a white jersey with white pants, whatever. It's like, at some point or another, the stats get ridiculous. And they also, like, I don't know. I'm not going to get too into it. It's just stupid. Anyway. What hidden assets do the Lakers have to trade for Jeremy Grant? Nobody wants THT. I don't know. I don't think they're going to trade Stanley Johnson because the Pistons drafted him and they didn't really give him a chance. No idea. I like Jeremy Grant, though. I think he'd help. But I'm not a big fan of trading THT. Let's see. The hardest position to play on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. Dear God. I mean, I think the hardest position to play on the offense is, of course, the quarterback. I mean, the quarterback is just incredibly difficult because you are the front of the team. You have to make the throws. You have to, communicate with your offense. You have the headset. You constantly are doing things. And on top of it, you have to make split-second decisions when you have guys running at full speed trying to kill you. So, yeah, I'd say quarterback. But and then the defense, cornerback. Cornerback is the easiest position to look like you have no idea what you're doing, even when you're doing it. Guys that play zone, they're going by the scheme, they're going by the play call. I mean, you could look like you're out there on an island if the coach isn't calling the right plays. I mean, corner is just so hard. It's why I give credit, a tremendous amount of credit to rookies like, Patrick Surtain. He just did such a great job, this year, and honestly would have been defensive rookie of the year if, what's his face didn't exist. Micah Parsons, incredible season for him. But it's just so difficult to be a corner and going up against all these athletes. I mean, it's no longer the days of like, I mean, really, when you think about it, corners don't just come into the league and like, kind of like get, what's the word I'm looking for? Groomed. Like they come in the league and, you're expected to produce and be, a player if you're drafted in the first 3 rounds. And so, just seeing like those guys, they don't always work out. I just feel like the corner position is so tough. You can bite on what the receiver's doing. You can bite on what the quarterback's doing. You make an interception, everyone loves you. You miss something, everyone hates you. And also keep in mind, you're at the mercy of the referee. There are guys that get away with a ton of holding and a ton of, pass interference on the offense and defensive side of the ball, but it doesn't get called. You could be the one guy where the ref just has a pick on and he calls you. He doesn't like your technique. He doesn't like the way it looks. And that's the thing. So it's just such a tough position. And I would hate to play. Think about this. You play 40, 50 snaps. And then the final snap of the game, after you've worked your tail off and you could barely breathe at this point, on the final snap, you make a great play on the football on 4th down, you break it up, and then they call it pass interference. And now all of a sudden, after thinking you won the game, now you're probably going to lose the game because pass interference is called and they're right in field goal range to win the game. I hate it. I would never, ever in a million years want to be a cornerback, and I don't envy them because they have one of the toughest jobs imaginable in football. So I would say quarterback and cornerback are the toughest positions, I would say. I've never played either, but that's what I would say. Yes, go Rams. The Rams cap looks great on the shape. Thank you, Sentry. Jake, what are your thoughts on NFTs? I mean, to each their own. I know a lot of people like NFTs. My guy Jake, you've seen him in here before. I believe it's Jake Linking on here. He is big in NFTs. There's people that are big into it. It's not for me, but, I realize that a lot of people like them. I don't entirely understand it, so, there's not really anything you could do to explain it to me. I know what it is, but I don't understand, the craze of it. That's the best way I could put it. Although I did see now you can get a hexagonal shape on your Twitter account. So, if you have an NFT and you register it to your, whatever your blockchain is, your NFT wallet, you can get a hexagonal shape that shows that you have the official NFT of that, which is kind of cool. I'll stick to my oval, though. I'm not going to spend mint an NFT at $200 or anything like that. Plus, I like my profile picture to have me. Cooper Kupp or Justin Jefferson, who are you taking? Cooper Kupp. Justin Jefferson, if I'm trying to start, a team, he's younger, and I think he might end up being better, but Cooper Kupp right now is the best receiver in football. So as of right now, I would take Cooper Kupp. If I'm starting a team, then I'd want the younger receiver. That is just a tick below Kupp because he is maybe the second best receiver or third best, depending on where you want to put Devontae Adams. Let's see. Kelly Stafford is awesome, and her podcast pretty good. I've listened to it before. It's pretty good. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to have her on sometime. I did reach out. Never heard anything back, but, obviously the door's open for her. And I don't think she'd have any issue with me because I'm constantly defending her husband. That is, I guess, the perks of it, although I haven't gotten any perks of it yet. But, I definitely have defended Matthew Stafford. I wouldn't be one of the Jeffs and Joes, as I think she said. I think that was her, the Jeffs and Joes. But, yeah, I'm far from a hater of Matthew Stafford. I've loved him since his days with the Lions. Okay, anyway. Experts, for some reason, discount that the Rams have won 6 out of their last, I assume you meant 7 games, because they've won 6 out of their last 7. Yeah, I mean, experts always, they miss things all the time, but sometimes it's on purpose. I can't tell you how many times, guys, and with all due respect, if any Bucs fans are here, I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it. I can't tell you how many times I've heard, the Rams are the better team. I should pick them. They got Matthew Stafford. They got Cam Akers, the way he's playing, coming back off the Achilles tendon. They got Cooper Kupp, who might be the best offensive player in football. They have Aaron Donald, who is the best defensive player in football. They have Jalen Ramsey, Sean McVay. But I can't bet against Tom Brady. I know 2 things in life, and one of them is that I cannot bet against Tom Brady, so that is why I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What kind of analysis is that? What? Come on. I've been seeing that over and over again, and it is just driving me insane. I shouldn't let it bother me. It doesn't bother me that much. But don't sit there and just spit facts to then just nullify every smart thing you said by just saying, "'Cause it's Tom Brady." That's all I've heard. How are the Rams... do you realize Tampa actually has a shot to win this game? You could use way more evidence to support that claim than just, "Well, it's Tom Brady." Like, okay, Patrick Starr. I mean, here's my dilemma with that. Why don't you use the fact that Tampa is one of the best run defenses in football? Why don't you use the fact that Tampa, for the first time, the entire season, has the healthy defense? Every one of their starters that they expected to come into the season with is now healthy. Why don't you use that? They still have Mike Evans. They have Gronkowski. Leonard Fournette is back. We saw what he did, playoff Lenny. Offensive line is still really good. Bruce Arians, Todd Bowles. I almost said David Garrard, man. That's, no, the other Jacksonville quarterback. Byron Leftwich. The thing that bothers me the most about the Tom Brady, supporters, I mean, look, okay, we get it. He's won a lot of Super Bowls. Giselle is his wife. He's winning, as Charlie Sheen would say. But it's like, first off, when you're analyzing a game, like, I don't care that you're a betting man and you don't bet against Tom Brady. Fine, whatever. But why not, like, also back that up? Tom Brady this year has thrown for 43 touchdowns. He's the leading passer in the league. Why don't you use stats? Why don't you use things other than just, it's Tom Brady? Like, I mean, what the hell? You have a quarterback that's so easy to defend, and yet all you're going to do is sound like a doofus on live television saying, but it's Tom Brady. Like, I literally cannot believe people are just regurgitating this crap. Like, and they sound like Patrick Starr. Can someone make, like, a freaking meme the next time someone says, but it's Tom Brady? Like, for real. Because I'm so tired of it. What about Tom Brady? Here's another thing that I can't stand. And sorry if you're a Tom Brady fan, but this is roast hour. I'm sorry. Look, he has 7 Super Bowls, okay? 6 of them were with Bill Belichick. Now, instantly, Bill Belichick was made by Tom Brady, okay? Here's the thing. I hear Tom Brady started the whole Bill Belichick Super Bowl winning era. But definitely not the team that got him there. Definitely not the defense. The fact that he's only had, 2 in his entire career? 2 below top 10 defenses in his career? Tom Brady did with Bill Belichick? I mean, is the argument really the first season with Tom Brady? The first season when he threw 152 yards and was the Super Bowl MVP for throwing against the really, really, really stupid prevent defense of the Rams. He won the Super Bowl against prevent defense. He made a bunch of throws where guys were wide open and had 20 yards in between him and the defender. To go into field goal range for Tom Brady? No. Adam Vinatieri to kick the game-winning field goal. Not Tom Brady. Adam Vinatieri. And he won the Super Bowl MVP. And I hear from people, well, it's not like Drew Bledsoe could have done that. Oh, really? All the languages out there and you chose to speak stupid? Really? You don't think Drew Bledsoe could throw 152 yards? Are you kidding me? Like, I can't. Here's another thing with Brady fans that I literally cannot stand. For the love of God, stop it. It's like any time you mention anyone that plays quarterback, better yet, anyone that throws a ball, whether it's a football, a baseball, a basketball, whatever is being thrown, someone has to come into the conversation and be like, well, Tom Brady is the GOAT. What I don't understand is if it's so, obvious, if it's so unanimous, then why is it so debatable? Why do they start the debate? Think about this. If it's so obvious, why are you so offended when someone says Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league? No, dude, it's Brady, 7 rings. What? Like, what? Where did you come from, dude? I just said Rodgers made a nice throw, and here you are telling me 7 rings. And then you say something like, well, Aaron Rodgers with Bill Belichick would have had as many rings and maybe even more. And they, oh my God, they're like, I can hear them just tearing at their hair. Like, I can hear it. I can literally hear the picture of them tearing their hair out through Twitter. They're like sitting there and they're like, well, no, like that. You can't say that. It's like, but then they'll say, well, Mike McCarthy's terrible. Yeah, thank you for supporting my claim. It's not like Rodgers had a genius head coach. His best head coach is Matt LaFleur. That's the best coach he's ever had. I mean, come on. He's had a top 10 defense like 3 times in his career. Brady had a top 10 defense every year but 3. And don't get me started with the Tampa Bay thing. He goes to Tampa, and it's instantly, well, this proves everything. How does it prove anything? If Tom Brady went to the Jacksonville Jaguars and won a Super Bowl with Urban Meyer, I would shut up forever about Tom Brady being the GOAT. Tom Brady would be the indisputable GOAT for the history of sports and the space-time continuum. And there wouldn't be an alternate universe. He would be the GOAT in every single multiversal, aspect of time. I would not debate that. But he went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who already were stacked, who already were building something, who already had Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. Okay? Let's not just, forget that fact. They get Tristan Wirfs to round out their offensive line, which was already pretty much figured out. Their defense had guys like Jason Pierre-Paul and Ndamukong Suh. And, oh, by the way, Devin White was pretty good at doing his thing, as he's proven. And, oh, by the way, Levante David. These guys were already there. Brady is a genius because Brady has somehow tricked a bunch of people into thinking that he carried Tampa to a Super Bowl. He went to the obvious place right after Jameis Winston was on that team. They were in 6 or 7 one possession games that came down to it, and Jameis threw a bunch of interceptions. And he went there, and all of a sudden, they win a Super Bowl, and now this is why Brady. Dude, that's like, do you know what that's like? That's like Belichick being like, you know what? I'm tired of the Patriots. I'm just going to go right to Seattle, and it's no big deal. But when they do win a Super Bowl, when I do this with Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, that will be impressive. I mean, I'm sorry. Brady deserves credit, but to act like he is by far the greatest thing ever is just, it's ridiculous to me. And then the same people will say, well, you would take Joe Montana over Dan Marino. And I would say this. Joe Montana's own coach would probably take Dan Marino over Joe Montana because Joe Montana was replaced by Steve Young. Bill Walsh literally just pushed Joe Montana out. He was replaced by Steve Young. So, what argument are you making? And here's the thing. It's all about Super Bowls. I mean, how many Super Bowls does Broadway Joe Namath have? I mean, let's be real here. Doesn't he have 2? Joe Namath? He's got, what? He's got 1 Super Bowl, okay? Joe Namath is a Hall of Famer, 5-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro. Joe Namath threw 220 interceptions and had 173 passing touchdowns in his career. Joe Namath's best season is when he threw for 26 touchdowns and 28 interceptions in 1967. And he threw over 4,000 yards. That was his best season. I just, like, Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Are we sitting here saying Trent Dilfer? Like, don't get me wrong. 7's impressive. Brady deserves credit. But for people acting like he's by far the greatest ever because he won Super Bowls, and then on top of it discrediting Bill Belichick, I have an issue with that. So I'm going to stop with the rant because it is a Q&A. And once again, I opened up. Let's see. Okay. So we have the hardest position. Okay. Crazy how quarterbacks can play for 20 plus years, yet a lot of the greats don't get more than 1 to 2 Super Bowls. That's true. You're taking Cooper over any wide receiver right now. The Rams need to upgrade the O-line. Stafford will be fine if they do. Yep, that's basically what it is. That is what I say all the time. That's what I say all the time. Kevin Falk is better than Marshall Falk because Super Bowls. Guys, come on now. You guys know Super Bowls literally dictate everything. Yeah, he did play for the Rams. That was fun. Okay. Players are scared to hit Brady. Sup, everyone? What's up? OG Burrow or Stador? Who you got? Are you talking about Matt Stafford? OG Burrow? Or Burrow? I don't know what we're doing there, but I'll take Stafford. I'm really not sure what we're doing. What do you think we do with the O-line next year? Who should we re-sign? I think, with the chance. Thanks. I just saw a comment while I was answering yours. Blessed Brian, welcome to the channel. Sorry if the rant scared you off, but if you're here, howdy. So let's see here. Joe, what do you think we do with the O-line next year? Who should we re-sign? Well, personally, I would make sure that guys like Corbett, guys like, Noteboom and Allen are brought back. That's what I would do. I don't think the Rams have to change anything. I don't think they have to go out and get anybody. I don't think they have to draft anybody necessarily. They have some good stuff. Maybe get some interior offensive line depth, but I do think that, really Joseph Noteboom can be that Whitworth replacement. And just that's my opinion. So I will say that. Sebastian Joseph Day changed his picture to something that just absolutely almost scared the crap out of me. Nolan posted in the Discord. Nolan, you can post the Discord link after scaring me half to death. But yeah, I believe in Noteboom. Noteboom should be the guy. There's a reason why Noteboom's not playing guard. They truly want him to be a tackle. That's who I believe is going to take over. And if Whitworth stays, then he stays. If he doesn't, then I would say Noteboom. A quarterback I compare Stafford to is Jim Plunkett, a first-round pick who got beaten the hell out of, whose career was revised late with 2 Super Bowl wins with the Raiders. I actually like that a lot. Makes sense. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, YouTube. Definitely wasn't reading all my comments when you scrolled down. Oh, you're a Ravens fan. If you're still here, bless Brian, what do you think about getting rid of Wink Martindale, and who do you want to be the defensive coordinator for the Ravens next year? Let's see here. I'm very hyped for all these playoff games. Let's see. Whitworth lives in Thousand Oaks area. It's a beautiful city. I spent my whole life in the 70s decade living there as a kid. I went to a lot of Dallas training camps being miles away. Nice. Yeah, I heard Thousand Oaks is great. So I did miss your super chat initially, but I think I got it. I appreciate you donating, man. How do you feel about the Rams uniforms? Would there be anything you'd change? Just the horns. I like the new horns, but I would change it back to just the regular, the old horns. LOL, Watson is a millionaire. He ain't going to jail. Where does Watson end up, Jake, if he doesn't go to jail, that is? Yeah, he's not going to jail, I don't think. Watson could end up with the Giants. Like, I would not be surprised. I think wherever Brian Flores goes, which feels like it's the Giants, that's where I think Watson ends up. Let's see. Why did they fire Flores? No idea. Honestly, none. Probably because Chris Greer and him disagreed on things, but Brian Flores basically got fired for being right. You guys ever go to a job where you predict the future and then you predict it, and because you predict it and the guy that's higher up on the chain didn't predict it, and as a matter of fact doubled down on the non-future, that the wrong future, you got fired? Because that's exactly what happened with Flores. Flores listened to Jake Ellenbogen. Flores drafted Justin Herbert. Or not Flores. Flores was trying to draft Justin Herbert. And Chris Greer said, you know what, I've been here for 20 years. I have no idea how to run a team. So I think we're going to draft Tua Tagovailoa, a guy that's coming off injuries. And, obviously there's no left-handed quarterbacks in the league. So variety is the spice of life. Let's do it. Look, I like Bama. Okay? I like Tua. I appreciate Tua. But picking Tua over Justin Herbert is one of the dumbest things I've seen. That does not mean I'd go back on Tua. I wouldn't say let's trade him away. I'd try to develop him, but it was really dumb. It was just a stupid decision. So that's why Brian Flores it was just entirely because they sided with the seniority with Chris Greer, who's done nothing for 20 years. I do not know how he's still the general manager of the Dolphins. Please explain that to me, somebody, because I don't get it. Anyway. Let's see. The Green Bay looking scary? I don't know. Since the start of playoffs, I've had Bengals, Rams. Wow, that'd be something. I worry about physical teams playing the Rams, Niners, and Titans. What's the word, fam? What's up, Nolan? How you doing? Steve Spagnuolo was a dreadful head coach. Poor guy. I really liked him, but yeah, he didn't work out. I like Wink Martindale. I was surprised he got fired. Number 53 and not related to Jack. That is correct. I think a rematch with the Titans would be great for the Rams. I felt the loss was a fluke, much like the Dolphins game a year ago. Bad turnovers is what lost us the game. The defense did as well. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Rams would beat the Titans in a rematch, so I agree with that. Do you think you will like SoFi or MetLife Stadium more? SoFi, 100%, over and over and over again. I'd pick SoFi any day of the week over MetLife. MetLife is just a very basic stadium. That's the best way I can explain it. Going to MetLife 3 times, it's as standard of an NFL stadium as it gets. I mean, no disrespect. It just doesn't have any sort of pizzazz. It's really just what you would expect a stereotypical NFL football stadium to be. I mean, that is the best way I can explain it. There's nothing crazy about it. There's no cool canopies or any sort of statues. It is what you would expect. Okay, let's see. So when is Sebastian Joseph Day and Darrell Henderson going to be cleared to play? It sounds like next week if they make it. He'll be 10-2 after Sunday. I'm done with quarterback win-loss records altogether. I hear you there. Hey, Jake, do you think the media will take up for Brady when he loses to our Rams by saying he didn't have Godwin or AB? I do. I absolutely do. It'll be all about the banged-up Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As a matter of fact, Nick Wright picked the Rams. He said he wanted to pick the Bucs, but picked the Rams because he couldn't pick against the banged-up Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I want to give him credit, but at the same time, I would say they're equally banged up. There's all this talk that the Buccaneers are this banged-up team, the only team that's hurt. The Rams are pretty hurt. The Rams have guys back, but the Rams don't have Robert Woods, which is just like not having Chris Godwin. Actually, very similar to not having Chris Godwin. The Rams don't have Jordan Fuller in the back end of their secondary, and right now Tampa's looking at getting their entire defense back for the first time the whole season. What else? Oh, yeah, the Rams don't have their starting left tackle Andrew Whitworth. Right now Tampa's looking at not only getting those guys back, but potentially they will still start in Ryan Jensen and Tristan Wirfs. Ronald Jones isn't playing. The Rams don't have Darrell Henderson. I mean, Taylor Rapp's not playing either. Sebastian Joseph Day is not playing. AB, I said this before. I'll say it again. And I got to get better at this myself. Antonio Brown is not a loss. Antonio Brown is not on the team anymore. That does not count. He literally was cut. He is not on an NFL roster. He can't be considered an injury loss. We continue to put him in that category. That is not fair. He is not on the team, period. If he was healthy, it would not matter. He is not on the team. So, I mean, guys, when you really look at it, these teams are balanced. I mean, I would say they both are equally banged up. It's just no one wants to talk about that because that doesn't support the narrative that Tom Brady's going against of all odds. Just like when you bring up the interceptions. Here's the funny thing. And this is really funny. So the interceptions. The Bucs were up 28-10 on the Packers in the NFC title game. And Tom Brady throws 3 interceptions. And the arguments Tom Brady fans make is, well, they were up 28-10. He was okay to do that. Do you see what I deal with? Why do you think they came back? Why do you think Aaron Rodgers had a chance to beat them? Because Tom Brady threw 3 interceptions. But he's the GOAT. He won. That's all that matters. That's how we ignore 3 interceptions. I don't know how many other quarterbacks could throw 3 picks in an NFC Championship game or AFC Championship game and go to the Super Bowl. But, hey, he willed his way to victory. Did a great job in doing so. Oh, what about my favorite, the Falcons game? Tom Brady, man. He's the GOAT. He came back from 28-3. You're really going to do that, huh? You're really going to say that Tom Brady came back from 28-3 like he was just inserted in the game. The whole team was a joke the whole game, and then they put in Tom Brady. They put in Tom Brady when they were down 28-3, and then he came in and was like, guys, this is how you run the game. I'm going to win us this game. The Patriots were down 28-3 because Brady played like garbage. He threw a pick 6. How do we not remember this? Tom Brady put them in the situation to be down 28-3. Like I said, 7 Super Bowls, impressive. He played well enough against a team that had no offensive line, impressive. I get it, but are we really gonna act like the 28-3 comeback it only had to happen because Brady played like garbage? So do you see when people make this argument why I laugh? Because it's like, well, Stafford's the best second half quarterback in the league. He's got the best second half for any, all the games this year. In the second half, he has the highest passer rating. He has 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in the fourth quarter. And I constantly hear over and over again, well, that doesn't, erase his interceptions earlier in the game from the Mr. Tom Brady literally doing that. So, I don't know. I can't with all that. Oh, my Lord, I can't. I don't even know how I got on that. Actually, I do. We were talking about the media. The media makes me think about Tom Brady. Actually, we were talking about Brady. Okay, it was brought up. SJD playing. I don't think he's going to play. It sounds like next week. Scott, Jake, who is your realistic dream draft prospect for the Rams with our first pick? When do the Rams pick? Like the 3rd round? I haven't gotten into the draft enough yet, but I'm going to check right now. Rams draft picks. Let's see. That is not what I was trying to do. Rams draft picks 2022. Okay, so the Rams have 3 draft picks. Before they get all of their compensatory picks back. Let's see. So they have in 2023 they traded their first rounder for Matthew Stafford. Traded their second rounder away for Von Miller. The Rams will be awarded a 3rd round compensatory pick for hiring Brad Holmes. Potentially, actually, let me bring up NFL compensatory picks for 2022. All right. So the Rams are looking at getting third rounder for Brad Holmes, a fourth rounder for John Johnson, 2 sixth rounders for Gerald Everett and Samson Ebukam. And I think that's it. Nope, they're getting another sixth rounder for Troy Hill. Okay, so the Rams' picks are as follows. They traded their original third rounder to the Broncos. So their third rounder will be a late third rounder, compensatory pick for Brad Holmes. That's their first pick in the draft. Then they have a fourth rounder. They traded their fourth round pick away for in the Brandon Cooks trade. Wait, they did? That's kind of weird. Oh, no, they get the Texans. What? I can't even... Okay, Texans get the pick. For whatever reason, the Rams like throwing in picks that they didn't need to throw in. They traded away a fourth rounder this year for Brandon Cooks. To trade Brandon Cooks. So they traded a fourth rounder and Brandon Cooks away for a second rounder, whatever. Okay, Rams don't pick until the third. They have the third compensatory pick, the third round compensatory pick for Brad Holmes. That's done deal. Fourth rounder, they have one fourth rounder for John Johnson, who's a compensatory pick. Okay, that's that. Then they have a fifth rounder. Then the sixth round, they traded away that pick for Sony Michel. In the seventh round, they traded that pick away to the Dolphins for Aqib Talib. Wow, okay. So the Rams have an additional seventh rounder. No, I'm confused by this. Okay, no. The Rams they're finally getting a pick for Aqib Talib. He's broadcasting for Fox, and finally the Rams are getting value for trading him however long ago. It was 2020. They traded a 2020 fifth round pick and Aqib Talib for a 2022 seventh round pick. Dear Lord. Forgot about that. Okay, anyway, I guess, we got a seventh round pick. Anyway, third round pick, fourth round pick, 3 sixth round picks. They will all be the compensatory style, so back end of the sixth round. They won't have a sixth round pick because, like a true sixth round pick, they'll have compensatories because they traded their sixth for Sony Michel. They have a fifth round pick that's originally there. So the Rams only have one original pick that is theirs, and that is their fifth round pick. And actually, they have two. Their fifth round pick and their seventh round pick. So the Rams have a third, a fourth, a fifth. Sorry. Rams have a third, a fourth, a fifth, 3 sixths, and 2 sevenths. So that's it. Third, fourth, fifth, 1, 2, 3, and then, so they have 8 picks. So the Rams have 8 picks, kind of a weird path. I don't think I've ever seen a sheet like this before, where the Rams have traded away almost all of their original picks. So that's something else. Now, in 2023, their first rounder goes to the Lions. They have a second rounder again, a third rounder again. They traded their fourth rounder in 2023 for Sony Michel, so that'll go to the Patriots. The Rams get a sixth rounder from the Packers next year for Corey Bojorquez, the sixth round pick that they traded and acquired for the punter. And the Rams get the Lions' seventh round pick next year for Michael Brockers. So that is that. And then the Rams traded the 2023. Oh, okay. I don't really have words, to be honest with you. So the Rams traded the 2023 sixth round pick And Corey Bahor. Okay. I'm absolutely dumbfounded. So the Rams traded Bajorquez and a 6th rounder for a 7th rounder? No, okay. They get the 6th rounder. Okay, that was wrong. I was really confused by that. Was hoping that wasn't the case. Okay. So yeah, that's how that works. And then 2024, magically the Rams have picks. They're still giving up though because they traded the 7th they traded a 7th round pick in Kenny Young for a 2024 6th round pick. And then 2025, they have their picks back. So they'll have a 1st round pick in 2024. And to be honest with you, that's not as crazy as everyone makes it out to be. I mean, if you want to look at it like this is the second to last year that the Rams will trade away their 1st round pick. Will have traded away their 1st round pick. So I don't think that's that crazy. Everyone acts like they don't have a 1st round pick until 2028. More like 2024, which isn't that bad. There's other teams that are going through that right now, and they're nowhere near as good as the Rams, so I'm not too worried about it. I do find it funny that they're finally getting they're getting compensation for trading Aqib Talib away. That makes my heart smile. That's hilarious. Okay. Enough with that. That was a long time. We're over the hour mark. Appreciate you guys. Be sure to hit the like button. Thumbs up if you're enjoying this. If you're not, well, I would prefer you don't hit the downvote, but, knock yourself out, I guess. Okay, Jake, who is your... Okay, I answered... I didn't answer that. I'm sorry, Scott. That's literally why I did that, and I didn't even answer the question. Who is my dream pick? I'm just going to say it. If he falls into their lap, I wouldn't mind going after, a quarterback, Desmond Ridder, having him sit behind Stafford, whatever. I wouldn't mind that, just because I really like him. And it'd be like a later pick if he fell into like the 3rd round. But the Rams don't have a ton of needs, as I've said. And really, this is just kind of, it's your pick of the litter in a sense. So, I mean, I don't have truly anybody that's on my mind right now. But, there's a guy by the name of Darian Kendrick from Georgia. Interesting guy. Kobe Bryant. Yes, his name is Kobe Bryant with a C for the Cincinnati. Mikael Wright for Oregon. I'm just looking at my my notes right here just to see what else I like. Because I can't wait to get into the draft. I can wait because, when I get into the draft, that'll mean the Rams have been eliminated or they've won the Super Bowl. So I'd like to just take it all in, not really worried about that. But, there's some guys definitely that are on my watch list. Javon Hicks, the safety from Cincinnati. Sam Williams, Ole Miss edge. Carson Wells, linebacker, Colorado. KJ Henry, edge, Clemson. Xavier Thomas, edge, Clemson. Running back Kevin Harris, South Carolina. Justin Rice, Utah State linebacker. Adam Anderson, tackle from Georgia. And Sean Ryan, UCLA tackle. There's some guys. I don't know if there's a dream prospect right now. I haven't quite fallen in love with a prospect yet, but, I like Shaka Hayward from Duke, the linebacker. And I think Coastal Carolina really has a nice crop of talent. I watched them, kind of up close and personal when they were going up against my team, Kansas. I don't like to watch a ton of college football. I don't really like to, have any sort of preconceived biases. So really what I like to do is I just like to kind of take a step away, and then that way I'm able to kind of isolate the game film. But, looking at Coastal Carolina, they got a really good corner. I don't know if he's coming out in D. Jordan Strong. They have running back Shamari Jones, wide receiver Devin Hiley, and C.J. Brewer, the defensive lineman. Definitely on my radar with those two. So those are just some guys, and, I figured I'd just throw them out there. But, yeah, I can't wait to dive in more. Part of me wants to dive in sooner than later, even before, anything happens. But, that's that. Let's see here. Okay. I just totally lost that because YouTube updated or whatever. I just saw Nolan's TB12 is 7-3 all time when he's wearing red cleats on 65-degree day, and I was about to lose it. That is hilarious. But basically, that's what it is. Basically, that's what we're talking about. Do the Rams make another blockbuster trade this offseason? Wouldn't put it past them. If a team is willing to take on a 2024 first-round pick, then they might. They might. Wouldn't rule it out. What's happening, Jake and Ramley? What's up, LA Rams? Tom Brady's 7-0 in Super Bowls when he friends kissed the son before the game. Oh, Lord. Bucks have won 8 of their last 9. Sounds impressive, but they beat Carolina twice. Saints, Falcons, Jets, Giants, and overmatched Eagles. Yeah, you're right. You are right about that. Hit the like. Yes, please hit the like. Hit the thumbs up button. Really do appreciate it. You have to pay a monthly fee for that profile picture. LOL. Are you kidding me? Do you really? That's awful. I don't understand that. So it's like, oh yeah, well you got an NFT, come on in, but you have to pay $3 for it. That's stupid. Do I karaoke? No. You have Rams 34, Buccaneers 30. All right, not bad. The Bucks lost to the Saints twice. Yeah, they lost to Taysom Hill and they lost to Trevor Siemian. I didn't hear one take about them beating lower competition. I'm sure you heard about the Rams, though. I'm so tired of hearing that. Yep, it BS, Jake. Exactly. The good old don't count against Brady agenda. Never bet against Tom Brady. STFU. Damn, Jake, chill. Sorry about that. Man, listen, I'm dreadfully tired of that line. Yep. But it's Tom Brady. Ella. Preach, Jake. Fun fact, I bet against Tom Brady week 3, and I won. I've seen that so much because it's Brady. Brady just wins. Ugh. Traven Howard, money linebacker. Yes. Rams are 2-0 against the Bucks in these last 2 seasons. What's up, guys? What's up, Ashton? Jake out here dissing Chris Broussard and Skip Bayless. But it's Tom Brady. Agreed. I never bet against TB, sir. It's $40. Relax. Oh, Lord. Nolan. It's Tom Brady. Hey, Jake, someone said Stafford career is similar to Jim Plunkett. I think that's accurate, assuming he wins 2 Super Bowls with the Rams. They were even the same size, 6'3", 220, playing for an LA team. Yeah, I think it's very accurate. It's a great I love that comparison. I don't know if anyone's ever said it. That's the first time I saw it, so definitely like that comparison there. I'm right there at Nolan. I skipped my bets this week. Tom Brady rant. Yep. It's like a drinking game. Anytime Jake brings up Tom Brady, drink. Please don't. I don't want to be responsible for alcohol poisoning and getting people's stomach pumped, but, you know. John Madden overrated that final drive in Super Bowl 36 by saying the Pats should take a knee and played for overtime. They should have. The Rams would have won in overtime. That would have been great. But it's Slim Shady. Imagine if Brady had started his career with the Lions. Yep. Bill Simmons logic. Yep. Jake is heated. Wirfs falling in the Bills. I can't even talk. What? Oh man, Wirfs falling to the Bucks is a crime. It was a crime. It was 100%. Wirfs was the best tackle in that draft. Okay, easily. They talk like he played all the positions on New England. I know. How much will Antonio Brown quitting on the Bucs affect Tampa? I think it might affect them. They're not going to have, a big time, deep threat down the field. So I think that will affect them. He's not the GOAT, but he's real smart, pay cuts, and he gets all the guys he wants. But in the past, he had the best defenses and a coach. Yes. Jake, you about to jinx us, man. Brady about to smoke us now. If Brady watches this stream, the Rams are losing. Bill Walsh took Giovanni Carmazzi over Tom Brady. He owns 5 GOATs. Remember to like guys. Yeah, remember to like guys if you can. Really do appreciate it. Thumbs up. Okay. Kevin Falk is better than Marshall Falk because he won more Super Bowls. LOL. I saw that earlier and I just couldn't help but laugh. It's so true though. Like that's how people like think with Super Bowl rings. I mean, doesn't Garrett Gilbert have 2 Super Bowl rings? All right, well that must mean he's better than Aaron Rodgers. Wasn't like Butler didn't pick up the ball off at the 1 yard line. Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. Butler picks the ball off. Vinatieri had to make a myriad of field goals to win the game. Oh my God. Yep. And Jacksonville should have been in the play, and they should have been in the Super Bowl if they didn't blow it down. First off, Miles Jack, if I remember this correctly, Miles Jack picked up a fumble and took it back to the house, but they blew it dead, so he couldn't advance the ball. Still pissed about that. Anyway, Broadway Joe played 4 games for the Rams. That was a joke, Jake. I know it's a joke. I was just saying that there's people like that. Jake, check your DMs. I made the Patrick Tom Brady meme. Ooh. But it's Tom Brady. Do I not have you on? Where are my DMs? What DMs? My I need to see this now. My Twitter DMs? I don't see anything. Oh no. This is a tragedy. Will Roberts, is it on Twitter? Let me know. Okay. Let's see here. I literally cannot find where I left off. Will Roberts, where are you? There you are. Okay. What are your favorite Rams? What favorite Rams jersey? That I own, or like they're a uniform. I'm assuming if it's a uniform, I would say the blue one. The uniform combo would be blue and yellow, probably with the yellow pants. But I do like blue and the bone pants. I like the bone. That's probably what I would say. My least favorite combination is all blue. That's my least favorite, by far. All right. Let's see here. We need the Whitworth replacement plan. It's Nopum. I hope so, Jake. Any other coaches you think getting cut before the season starts? I think we're pretty good on coaches right now. I think every head coach that was let go was expected to be let go. David Culley didn't get a fair shot. I will stand by, and I will say that over and over again. David Culley didn't get a fair shot. He was a placeholder for a reason that we all know why, and that is that. So I won't speak too much on that end, but it was not fair the way he was treated, and that's what I'll say. Hey, Jake, someone said Stafford's... Oh, yeah, I saw that. Okay. Watson to the Giants makes sense since they have good draft capital. I agree with that. Trent Dilfer is greater than Dan Marino because he won a Super Bowl with the Ravens. Yep, exactly. Haha, Brett. LOL. Herbert is a machine. He is. What's up, Jake? Who do you think we will be losing this offseason, sadly? Okay. What's up, Youngham? To be honest, I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. I have no idea how they're going to spend. I think the only one that I feel confident in that they can't bring back is Von Miller. And I'd love for him to come back, but I just have kind of accepted the fact that I don't expect him to be back. I felt like this is a one-year thing, and I think he's going to end up getting paid somewhere, but he'll end up winning a Super Bowl with the Rams. Could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but that's kind of how I feel. Goff single-handedly lost us the Dolphins game, 100%. Brian Flores and Watson is the duo we need. If they get together, I expect greatness, a good defense, and an offense. Yep. SoFi is a star venue all the way. That's what I've heard. Couldn't sleep, and what a pleasant surprise. Hey, there we go. Toasted time. What are your thoughts on the chances of a Niners upset and Rams win? Just bought my NFC Championship tickets in case the game is at SoFi. I think it's pretty high. I have the 49ers winning. I have them beating the Packers. But I think either way, I think the Rams will win whoever they play. I think they're ready. I think they're on a mission. And I think it's going to be wicked hard to stop this team. So as long as they take down Tampa, that'll be that. You sent it on Twitter, huh? Is it on the Downtown Rams Twitter or is it my Twitter? Because I'm not seeing it. Is it in a group chat? Like what, Oh, okay, here it is. Oh my god, that's funny. That's great. I love it. Patrick meme is great. Patrick, yeah, this is good stuff. He clipped so you did a edit with, it sounds like it is not First Things First. What's the other? Undisputed. And you use Skip Bayless's voice over Tom Brady. Over Patrick Starr. Oh my god, I hate when I say things I want to say and they don't come out right. Okay. I like that. Thank you, Will. The Niners' new stadium in Santa Clara is the worst new arena. There's no shade. Oh, that's brutal. Do you think we can bring back all our starters? I do, actually. If they can bring back everybody, that would be great. I think the only one that I feel, least confident in is Von Miller. He's a pass rusher. This is a climate where, teams will give $16 million to a guy like that or more. So I don't expect him to be back, but maybe he is, and that'd be great. Antonio Brown didn't do nothing for the Bucs, but be on injured reserve. When he was healthy, he was really good, but I hear you. That's crazy, crazy true. I still feel like the Rams are underdogs. It feels that way, doesn't it? The Rams will beat the Bucs 35-17. Wow, that'd be crazy. We losing because of you, Jake. Levi Stadium looks like a college stadium compared to SoFi. Yeah. Rams are the underdog media because media is going to follow everyone else. LaFleur should have went for it in that game. Shake my head. I agree. Absolutely, Luke. A Niners-Rams NFC Championship would be World War III. Sounds like World War III is going to happen. Jake, shut up, please. We are going to lose. LOL. Bro, I love your what's the big deal attitude. I feel you, though. I'm taking the Bengals this week. If they win, I'm going Karaoke Sweet Victory by David Easley. The Falcons were up 7 with 2 minutes to go in field goal range. Ryan gets sacked in a 10-yard holding penalty punt. Also, with that Falcons game, and I'm not going to go on a Brady rant, I promise. Ryan Schrader was so good, okay? Schrader goes down with an injury, and they put in the human turnstile, Tom Compton, and as soon as he comes in, he gives up a sack. So I don't want to hear it. If Ryan Schrader was healthy, they probably score in that drive. Just saying. Rams don't need no stinking draft picks. It sure seems that way. JK. Let's see. Here's an incoming message from Les Snead. F them picks. Mr. Articulate Aqib Talib. 2019 is when we traded Talib. 8 picks. What's your biggest concern going against the Bucs? Rams need an inside linebacker. This is old, but what was main reason why they move on from Wade Phillips? Creative differences, I would say. They wanted, different things, and Wade Phillips was kind of that, he was the veteran there, and I feel like it was Sean McVay trying to be more independent and, wanted his own guy, and I think really liked the idea of going out and getting Brandon Staley. Also Jim Leonard, who I would not rule out if indeed, you have Raheem Morris get a job. Because if Raheem Morris gets a job as a head coach, first off, I'm going to applaud him because the dude deserves it. But secondly, if he gets a job as a head coach, I think Jim Leonard from Wisconsin is a dark horse candidate. He's already been in contact with McVay before. He was rumored. They met with him, whatever. He might leave Wisconsin to be able to coach, Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. And really, this is his opportunity. If he wants to leave Wisconsin, and I understand, that's his alma mater, and he probably wants to be a head coach someday. But if he wants to leave Wisconsin as a defensive coordinator, go to the Rams as a defensive coordinator, he could be setting himself up with an NFL future as a head coach. But we'll see. Nothing is guaranteed, except when you coach with Sean McVay and have success. Then you're probably guaranteed to be a head coach. So, with that said, what's your biggest concern going against the Bucs? Just Tom Brady getting the ball out quick and the Rams not being able to tackle. I think the Rams obviously have shown they can tackle, but they've also shown that they can't tackle at times. According to PFF, they are the 9th rated team in tackling, and Tampa actually is, I believe, 28th according to PFF. So that is something to keep in mind. The Rams will have to tackle, and so will the Bucs. It's that simple. But that is the one thing I'm concerned about for sure. Let's see. Would you rather play the Niners or Packers if you get the next round? I'd rather play at home. I'll say that. I really do want the Rams to have a chance to just chill at home. I mean, that would be really cool if they were able to play their home game to win, to go to the Super Bowl, and then play at home in 2 weeks in the Super Bowl. I think that'd be cool. Do you believe Troy Reader will be back on the team, Jake? Absolutely. Rams will win Super Bowl 56. I believe so as well. I don't know the countdown, actually. So if it's 56 or 55 or 57, couldn't tell you, but I'm assuming it's 56, and I agree with that. I've got a couple of years to prepare myself for the stress of the Rams picking on day one of the draft. Wait, the Bucks didn't beat the Saints this season? No, they did not. I think I answered that earlier, but no, they lost to Taysom Hill and Trevor Siemian. Who was Rookie of the Year? I got Chase and Burrow. Should have won, but he was injured. Najee would be next. Yeah, I think Chase wins. Burrow is 100% comeback player of the year, and Najee, any other year, Najee would have been Rookie of the Year for offense, but that's, obviously Chase just had an incredible season, so you got to give it to him. Who are our upcoming free agents? Let's see. I don't really want to go on Spo track right now because it'll slow down the stream, but Rams upcoming free agents 2022. Normally I know off the top of my head, but I really don't at the moment, so I figured I'd just bring it up. Okay, so upcoming free agents are Von Miller, Darius Williams, Sony Michel, Austin Corbett, Odell Beckham Jr., Johnny Munt, Dante Dion, Buddy Howell, Joseph Noteboom, Coleman Shelton, Brian Allen, Traven Howard, John Wolford, Matt Gay, Obanai Okoronkwo, Sebastian Joseph Day, Troy Reader, and Will Compton, who is not on the team. I don't know why, or maybe he is. Did they sign him? That's got to be. It's got to be a Will Compton. No, he's not on a team. So I don't know. No idea why he was on the list there, but that was interesting. Spotrack had him on the list. Very odd. Says 32 LAR. No, that to me that's got to be he's on the Raiders, it looks like. Raiders practice squad. Yeah, it's got to be an error. Will Compton's not on the team. So, yeah, I think, all right, let's look at this, how we're going to look at it. Okay, so restricted free agents, exclusive rights free agents, Traven Howard will be back. Guaranteed, put it in writing. Traven Howard and John Wolford, exclusive rights free agents, will easily be back. Not worried about them, okay? Then you look at Troy Reader, Matt Gay, and Coleman Shelton. All three of those guys are going to be back. They're restricted free agents. Everyone else is an unrestricted free agent. That leaves, it says Will Compton. It keeps throwing me off. Sebastian Joseph Day, Okoronkwo, Brian Allen, Noteboom, Buddy Howell, Dion, Munt, Beckham Jr., Corbett, Michelle, Williams, Miller. If anyone's interested, Spotrac has a calculated market value of $5.6 million for Odell Beckham Jr. They're saying the base calculated market value for him is $22.2 million over 4 years. So that is interesting. That is very doable. The calculated market value, according to Spotrac, is a 2-year deal worth a little bit over $11 million. That would be $5.6 million per year. If that is the case, if Odell's market value is truly a $5 million deal, $5 million per year, he's a Ram. No doubt. He will be back with the Rams, and every team should be panicking because that means the Rams will be able to get that done while also having Kupp, Woods, Van Jefferson, Tyler Higbee, Cam Akers, Darrell Henderson. It will be nasty. Okay. So OBJ, comparatively, he would be 30 when he signs, I believe. No, he would be 29. Okay. So he'd be 29. They're comparing him to A.J. Green, T.Y. Hilton, Mohamed Sanu, and Marvin Jones. That's where they kind of put him in that category. I think they're being a little too low on him. I think $7 to $10 million. I mean, I think Deshaun Jackson got more than that, so I'd say close to $10 million. But if it doesn't end up being a little around $5 million, OBJ 100% will be an LA Ram the next season. All right, let's move on to Von Miller. I'm saying $16 million. That's my calculated market value. He's making $19 million. And they're saying 8.9. He's 32 years old, going to be 33 when he signs. And looking at the former J.J. Watt, when he signed his 2-year, $28 million deal at 31, he made $14 million per year. So Von Miller is older than them. So they, basically they make comparable players for Von Miller's output. And they have Watt, Dunlap, Mario Addison, and Jason Pierre-Paul. I'm not going to lie. Maybe I'm overrating. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I'm overrating Von Miller's calculated market value. Because they're saying, 8.9 average annual salary. They're saying a market value of 2 years, $17 million. To be honest with you, if that is the case, if they're able to get OBJ and Von Miller for under $20 million per year, I'm not going to lie to you. There's a really good chance they're both back. I mean, that doesn't seem bad. So, I don't know, folks. I don't know what to say about that one. I kind of assumed a team would pay him a lot of money and whatnot, but I don't know what to say. So, yeah. All right, we move on. Let's see here. All right, I don't know what was going on with the stream. Every time I use Spotrac, it slows it down. I don't know why. I'm going to do it on my phone. I'm going to do the calculated market value because I'm very curious now. I don't know. I tend to overrate contracts a little bit. I tend to, overestimate. And I guess maybe I just think that, Von Miller is worth more than that. But if that's the case, then the Rams, they'd be getting a bargain, in my opinion. If they could get both Von Miller and OBJ under $20 million, that would be impressive. I mean, total, obviously. You're not going to pay them both $20 million a year, but if you get both, that would be something else. Yeah, so let's look at that. Okay, who was the other one? Calculated market value. Trying to find, it's not as easy finding it on the phone, but I can't do it on the computer because clearly it slows down the frame rate. Okay, Sony Michel, I'm going to say $5 million. Let's say Sony Michel, $5 million. 2 years, $10 million. I don't see them bringing him back at that. So he's going to have to take less, or I don't think they bring him back. They don't need to. I don't think they need to bring him back at $5 million. They have Darrell Henderson. They have Jake Funk. They have Cam Akers. I don't necessarily think Sony Michel comes back, but you will see. Austin Corbett, $8.7 million. This is a tricky one. You have Graham Glasgow. You have Eric Flowers, Mark Lewinsky, and Wes Schweitzer. And all those guys were paid right around the 26, 25, and 27 age mark. He himself right now is 26. He will be 26 when he signs. So they are calculating out a market value of $8.7 million per year, 4-year, $35 million deal. I could see that. He'd be getting paid a lot, right? But I think Eric Flowers kind of ruined the market in a sense. Him getting $10 million per year at 25 kind of hurt. Glasgow getting 11. Tend to think that might be 8.7. I think the Rams would take that. And then lastly here, Darius Williams, they took his calculated market value off, so they don't have that anymore. Very interesting, guys. Very interesting. I'm not going to lie, that's very enlightening. So if that's the case, and obviously Spotrac is not guaranteed. Like, just because the calculated market value for OBJ is a little bit over $5 million doesn't mean that he's going to only get like $5 million. But it's worth mentioning. It's definitely worth mentioning. Something to think about moving forward. I'm not concerned with the O-line. No. I think the worry was when Brian Allen came back, he wasn't fully healthy. He played through it. And I think the Niners took advantage of him in the interior. He looked good against the Cardinals. I'm not worried about him. So I guess Matthew and anybody that's asked me, yeah, I think it's possible that the Rams can bring back OBJ and Vaughn because it doesn't seem like it's going to be that expensive if you look at history's past. But we'll see. I should get Nick Wright on. That would be something. G Chuck, thank you so much for donating. Really do appreciate that. Fun stream, Jake. Enjoyed watching, listening from Canada. I'm putting $100 on Rams money line on Sunday. Love to see it. So you are betting against Tom Brady. Look at you. Look at you right there, my friend. Okay. Let's see here. I think I somewhat caught up. I missed some of them. I'm sorry if I missed your comment. Please drop it again if I missed it. Trying to do Q&A, it's all fun and everything, but like YouTube needs to get better at not automatically refreshing because you lose your spot. I swear some questions you don't even get to see. It's just really annoying. So I try to answer everyone's question. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I really do appreciate you guys. I'm sorry if I miss any of your questions. It's nothing personal. Okay, let's see. You're nervous for the game? When do you think they do a Stafford extension? I think it's going to come soon. I think we'll probably see it this offseason. If they win the Super Bowl, like I believe they will, he'll be extended the day after. Yeah, you heard me. Do you think we'll see a Blake Countess sighting? I think you could. Jam, what's up? Good evening, Jay. Go LA Rams. They need to bring their A game and win out. This is E. Weddle making some difference with the Rams defense. Yeah. Saturday is going to be crazy. I think they're both going to be crazy. Saturday is going to be crazy, though. I mean, it's already Saturday. I can't believe, man. They're making us wait, too, right? Am I mistaken on that? They're making us wait for the games? I got some bets and everything. I mean, come on now. You're going to make me wait on that? Psh. Yeah. What the devil? Bengals Titans is at 4:30? You're going to make me wait 4 unnecessary hours when you could just start the damn game at 12 or 1 or whatever? Psh. And then Packers Niners is at 8:15. What game trailer? Also, maybe, just maybe, I don't know if I'll do it. I think I might have family coming over. But if I don't, I might do a live stream. One of those, what do you want to call it? Watch parties for the Packers and 49ers game. That would be fun. Would you guys like that? Would you guys like the Packers and Niners watch party? Is that the way to go? Should we do that? I watch the Rams games with my family, so I feel bad in a sense because I want to be able to do the watch party, but I always watch with my fam. You know, I don't spend a ton of time with them, so that's my time to spend with them. You know. Good with it? Okay. All right. Watch party. Got some yes. All right. All right. If I can make it work, and I know family's there, but if I can make it work, then I will, and I will let you guys know. If I can't do a watch party, I'll be honest with you guys. I'll probably go live and do a Q&A, later on that night, and so to make up for the watch party, I'll probably do a video anyway. We'll probably do a live stream after the game. So if anyone's down for after the game, if we don't do a watch party, if you're down for after the game, I'll probably do that. And Sunday, to make the time go by, since it's at 3:30 on the, I think, or is it 3? It's at freaking 3 on the East Coast. I just lost my voice there. Ooh, on the East Coast, it's at 3. We're gonna have to kill some time again. Sounds like another watch party. So, not a watch party. It sounds like another Q&A live stream beforehand to kill time. Pre-game stream would be at like, what, 2? 1:30 maybe? Pre-game stream at 1:30. And then maybe some early morning Q&A. You know, eventually I'll have my PlayStation 5 back. And then when I have my PlayStation 5 back, we'll play some games. We'll talk and we'll play some games. I know some of you like the gameplay. Some don't care. You know. Oh, that's awesome. There you go. Rams family, love it. How to watch all the Rams games? I'll tell you right now. You get a thing called a VPN. Okay. You set your location on said VPN to the UK, and sometimes, not to be confusing, but just set it to another country, okay? Then you're going to get NFL Game Pass. You'll get NFL Game Pass, you'll get a VPN, you'll set it to another country, and you can opt in and pay, however much a year. I think it's $189, and you can watch all the games because their Game Pass overseas is like our, whatever the hell it's called. I already forgot. DirecTV Sunday Ticket, which is a total ripoff. And you could only do it now because they made it so like you have to be in a dorm or whatever to do it. Like I can't even get DirecTV in my house on a PlayStation or anything. They suck. I'm just gonna say it right now. DirecTV sucks. Okay. I hope the NFL stops their crap and just puts it on another streaming service. Puts it on another service. Period. I don't care if it's a streaming service, but if they want to just do Peacock, have you spend X amount of dollars a year for Peacock to get the exclusive NFL, I'm okay with that. Rapp is under a contract next season. Yep. He's the 2019 pick. 2018 picks are not under contract next season. 2019 are. So next year, Edwards will be a free agent. Rapp will be a free agent. That was the one downfall for them trading, out of the first round. They lose that fifth-year option, so Rapp doesn't have that fifth-year option. Since the Rams don't draft in the first round, they don't have fifth-year options, so most of these guys are going to be 4 years. Oh, man. They're calling up to me. The yawn. I'm not tired, though. Not. How do you have all this energy? I don't know why you're asking me. I don't even know how I have all this energy. Played Twisted Metal, Spyro, and Crash Bandicoot. Ordered my PS5 and FedEx is taking forever to deliver it. Yeah, I know the feeling. Only system I own is a PS1. That is something, Hilltop. There's a game trailer for Rams. Look it up on YouTube. If this is a Jared Cook Rickroll by you, I'm cutting you off. All right, what is it? Rams? Game trailer for Rams. Rams game trailer? Oh, you're talking... Oh, okay. You mean not a video game trailer, right? No, that would be horrifying. They have the greatest show on turf in there. Tom Brady beating them? What? Why would you have that? Yeah, it looks cool. Game trailer. Funny, you said game trailer, and I instantly thought you were talking about a video game. Which one of you told me to look up Outlast or whatever, the game trailer that was going to be co-op? Let's see. Yeah, people are going to be nervous. It happens. I don't know if SG Day, whatever. Sebastian Joseph Day. Rule of thumb, if an acronym is tougher to pronounce than the actual name, don't say the acronym. For me anyway. I don't know if SJD is gonna, be back or not. I think he still has value for this team. I definitely think they could use him, but I just don't know if they'll be able to afford everything. I just don't. I don't know. Oh man. Oh, it's 115. Holy crap. I didn't know that. Gaines has emerged. Absolutely. I think he's going to be very important. I can't wait to be gaming again, man. I love doing that and having you guys to talk to. There's certain games I can't really play because of it, because the weird YouTube regulation and things like that. But, honestly just like, playing Call of Duty and just talking. Like, that's fun for me. We play, like, everybody rooting for me, and Warzone is always fun too. But I don't think John Johnson's going to be back. No, I don't think so. Maybe someday when he's older, but no. He signed like a 4 or 5 year deal with the Browns. I don't think he's coming back anytime soon. It's normal to be nervous, folks. This is win or you go home. I mean, that's about as nervous as you can get. All the stakes are on the line. Also, guys, just so you know, I don't know why YouTube isn't showing it, but I did drop my merch on my merch store. So I will post that in the description. Let's see. So if anyone wants some Rams merch, custom Rams merch that I had designed, boom, there you go. And right now, for a limited time only, that merch, that design that I showed you earlier, last Q&A, and earlier in the day, right before I finished the earlier stream, you can get that on sale for 15% off everything in the shop. So head on over there. Shirt starts at $18.99, and the hoodie starts at $33.99. So we're selling this stuff cheap. I know hoodies go from like $50 to $70, and I'm not one of those people that charge a lot for a hoodie. So yeah, that is that. If you are interested, there are colors galore. Actually, not really. There's blue, there's white, there's black for everything, and then there's a yellow shirt. That is not in the hoodie. There's also a coffee mug and stickers. So if you want to check those out, you can be my guest. Go right over there. The Real Goat, thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. How long will shipping take, Michael? I will get that information to you. Let me just see 1 second here. Shipping costs and shipping times. Okay, so shipping depends on order. Okay, so let's just say country of shipping. Where are you located? What state are you located in, Matthew? I'll find that out for you. I can calculate based on state, apparently. I don't know. I just found out about it. Arizona. Let's see. Okay, so standard, it says January 27th through February 3rd. Premium, January 26th through the 31st, and Express, January 25th through the 27th. So, okay. a T-shirt would be $18.90, so it would be double the cost if you did express. Shipping would be $6.99 if you did premium, and standard is $3.99 for shipping. Or sorry, not $3.99. $4.99 or $4.49. There we go. So, yeah, if you guys want to check that out, you can. The link is going to be pinned. It is now pinned. It'll be in blue, I think. I don't know how it works. I think it goes to the top and you see it because it's pinned. But yeah, if anyone wants to, check that out, tell your friends. It's inspired by the Queen 2, album cover. So that is how I got that design idea. But it's not a complete ripoff of Queen 2 because it doesn't say Queen on it. It's not any of the Queen members, and it's not exactly how they did it. It's just similar. So, yeah. I do. Absolutely. Not right away. I'm going to wait until, that one sells a little bit. As of right now, I don't know if it's sold anything. I'll have to check. It might have, but I haven't been on top of it because I've been streaming. And I just put it out. But let's see here. Oh, yawning is annoying, man. I wish it would stop. Like, go away, for real. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think we sold anything yet. So, we'll see. If it sells, then cool. I'll continue. If it doesn't, then I'll probably just, I'll leave the stuff there. I won't push for it or anything like that. I've never been great with merch, but I was pretty happy about the design. I like it. And it's the big four. What can you say, So, do I have anything with Ramley on it? I don't. I'm sure I could make something about that. What did you have in mind? Like Rams font Ramley? Like the R? I'm sure that's already been done before. Probably. And that's the problem, is that a lot of these shirts have already been done. That's why I'm trying to think of, different outside the box designs, Yeah. That's a big thing for me, trying to be a little different on that end. And don't ask me why, but Spreadshop or Spreadshirt, whatever you want to call them, still hasn't verified my logo. I mean, it's my logo. It's not copyright. If anything, I wouldn't have been surprised if they turned away my design more than my logo. I mean, my logo should be able to be on a shirt. I don't know what the holdup is. They've taken ridiculously long. I don't know. I can't stand it. I only did it because it has... This is another funny thing. I only used that website because they have integration with YouTube. So it was going to post all of the merchandise below my video. And it's not even doing that. So I'm like, what the hell? What's the point of this? I don't know. I'm going to stop trashing them in case they want to be a sponsor. But it's not like trashing them. I'm just being like frustrated and honest. I mean, I'm not like, going after them personally. Like, I want it to work out, but, Most hilarious merch I've seen is it takes balls to be a Rams fan. It was Rams with big balls. That's funny. Got to put a Michael Myers or something together with a Rams hat on. Ooh, I would totally get smacked with a copyright claim or something. But I could do something like that. Yeah, I could. I could do something like that, let me tell you. The real A-Dog. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Appreciate your support. Your channel hit 100,000 subs. Congratulations. That is freaking awesome. I got to check out your channel. Got to give it a shout out. Let's see here. The real A-Dog. Let's see. you had. Hold on a second. Because I've been subscribed to you for a minute. Oh, I can't wait till you get that verified check mark, because that'll be coming soon. You did a video, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Maybe I am mistaken. Trying to find it. Did you do... Okay, gotta ask you, A-Dog, because I don't know. I'm not seeing it. But did you do a video on Ice 9 Kills? I feel like you have, and I don't know why. But I feel like you have. They're my second favorite band. That's why I'm asking. But yeah, A-Dog, thank you so much for buying a shirt. I really appreciate that. And the donation. You're the man. Actual Rams fan. But yeah, let me know. If you haven't already, because I see you do like reviews and reactions on like music and stuff. That's where I've actually watched a few of your videos before. I never like am able to really watch YouTube anymore, but I watched the Rick Astley one, and I've watched a few of them. Actually, I've watched a lot of these. So, yeah, if you haven't, I'd be very curious to see you listen to react to Ice 9 Kills. They're my second favorite band, and Starset as well. They're my first favorite band, so definitely check those out. Yeah, subscribe to A-Dog. Do that. He's always in here, always showing love, always supporting, always repping, buying a shirt. I love it. Gotta hit that. YouTube has got to hit him with that check mark. Later, Luke. Happy Friday. Oh my God. Shirt idea before I go, but it's Tom Brady, Patrick Starr. Ooh. Man. As long as the Rams win this weekend, I might actually do that. I might actually make that t-shirt. Yeah, they'll show up. But, I don't expect the Rams to lose. I really don't. There we go. There we go, Matthew. I'm gonna post the real A-Dog's I'm gonna post his YouTube in the description, or not the description, the comment section. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to his channel. Go and subscribe to our friend over there. Show him some love. Let's see. Trying to. I'm trying. Let's see. Oh, guys, just so you know, there's an opportunity here if you haven't already. I got to hit you guys up with a, let's see here. I got to drop it. So, the playoffs are here for the NFL. And as you guys know, this channel, Downtown Rams, is brought to you by Prize Picks. And Prize Picks is such a killer app. And oh, by the way, you know, Prize Picks has this thing where you pick 5 players or 4 players or 3 players or 2 players, and you can win X amount of dollars if their prop total hits, right? Well, right now, they have an incredible offer. You can actually have a mulligan. You can have a free player prop that hits the mark, and it's actually a player that you've heard of many times before. His name is Patrick Mahomes. And if you see Patrick Mahomes, as long as he completes for 1 yard, 1 yard, you win that prop. So if you pick 2 props and you pick Patrick Mahomes, say, I love Cam Akers 15.5 receiving yards. I love it. I'll hit the over all day. Cam Akers 15.5 receiving yards. You pair that with Patrick Mahomes 0.5. Sorry, but you're winning that bet. You're winning that bet. You can put up X amount of dollars on it. I'd feel very comfortable on it. So, yeah, I am going to say that that is freaking awesome, and I highly recommend taking advantage of it. It's as simple as that. So, Patrick Mahomes, 0.5 passing yards. If Mahomes throws for 1 yard, you win. And I got a Prize Picks lineup for you. It's also in the podcast if you haven't heard it. But let's see here. All right, ready for this? Last time I dropped the Prize Picks lineup, I think I won it, actually, if I'm not mistaken. So we're doing well in this. Cam Akers, 15.5 receiving yards. Tom Brady, 26 pass completions. Patrick Mahomes, half passing yards, so he just has to throw 1. Matt Gay, 8 fantasy points. And Tyler Higbee, 40.5 receiving yards. There you go. There's your Prize Picks. I mean, I could throw it in there. I don't think that would be a frown upon. If anyone's interested, be sure to use promo code DTRAMS when you sign up with Prize Picks today. Let's see. I'm doing it right now. All right. So with that, that is way bigger than I expected. All right. Doesn't look the best, but I moved the camera back, so it's not going to zoom in on it. There we are. That is the Prize Picks line there. So we have Cam Akers, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Matt Gay, and Tyler Higbee. Night, Luke. What's the over-under on Jackson Mahomes doing something stupid before the Bills games? Odds makers would have no clue what to do because he would do way too many stupid things. Over-under is just, the limit does not exist. What's up, James? What will his critics bitch about? Everything. Yeah. Yeah, I can assure you that the critics will not go away no matter how good he does. I think Brian Allen's good. I think he's just had a little bit of a rough patch coming back from that knee injury. I got Rams Chiefs in the Super Bowl as well, Gus. What do you think about Brandon Powell? Love Brandon Powell. I think he is also somewhat of an X factor, and he's somebody that I'm not talking enough about because I think he's an equalizer. I mean, if the Rams get off to a poor start and they need points, this is somebody that can rally them back. This is somebody that can help the momentum. I feel good about him. So, yeah, I love Brandon Powell for sure. If Stafford plays well, it will be because the offensive line issues Tampa has, and it's all Stafford, and it is Stafford's fault. Yep, exactly. Love it. Just the fact is that it's absolute truth. But all right, guys. Well, hey, this has been fun. Appreciate you guys hanging around with me. Shooting the shit. Love doing it. Love it. I'll continue to do it. Q&A is going to get bigger and bigger. We'll get over the 50 people in here. We'll probably get more than that, I would imagine, as time goes on. But we'll be doing a lot of this during the offseason as well. There'll be a dead period, but the content won't stop coming out. So really do appreciate you guys. Hope you guys take care. Be sure to sign up for Prize Picks. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to leave a like if you haven't. And also check out the merchandise. The link is pinned in the chat. And I am out. So you wonderful people have a great night. And I will likely talk to you guys tomorrow at some point, whether we do a watch party during the Packers 49ers game, which I would love to do if I can make that work. We'll do it. Or I go live after the game. We'll find out. But everyone just stay safe, take care, and just be good people. I'll see you guys later. And actually go check out the Downtown Rams podcast that's now out. So appreciate you subscribing. Appreciate you guys. I'll do USFL content as well as XFL content. Don't you worry. We'll cover both of those on the channel. And it'll be fun doing that. We could probably do watch parties with the USFL if you guys want to. I'm down for that. But, you guys take care, and I will talk to you guys soon. Later.